Hi, this is Glenda. I've been playing with scenery and I just thought I'd show you the cards that I've come up with so far. The particular thing I've been concentrating on is my clouds. So I've got all different sorts of clouds. I've got soft and fluffy and a bit more dominant ones, and it's just fun to play with. So these are some of the different ones I've done. Just need to zoom this out, I think. Sorry, my camera suddenly stopped and I'm not sure where I'm at with the whole thing now. So anyway, they're my finished ones. So I just thought I'd show you the different things that I have tried. So there's two different sorts by using picket fence stain, and I'll show you each of these. Using a white ink pad is a lot more subtle, and using a stencil and distress stain, there's one that way, one that way, and one that way, and that way, all different things I've been trying. And this is a watercolour dab technique that the Frugal Crafter showed the other day, and it's probably the most subtle clouds that I got, which is my fault in how I've done it more than, yeah, I'll explain it when I get to that bit. So I'll just put these aside and try and show you what I've been doing. So probably one of the most common ways of doing these is to use a stencil, and a lot of people use a scallop pattern for that. I'm not keen on that because I think it's too easy frequently to see the scallops. If I can show you on my demo one, to me these still look like scallops. Sorry, I'll stand up and see if I'm showing it. I have no idea if that's picking that up because it's so pale. But that's not my favourite way of doing it. My daughter prefers cutting out a little cloud so that you've got the random shape, and she's much better at getting the original cloud shape, it would seem. Mine's a bit bizarre, but that's a lot softer and fluffier. I quite like using, this is just a wooden die cut cloud, and I really quite like the effects I get with that. And you just keep working your way. You can use a foam applicator to do it, probably more with the cardboard ones than with this. Probably the brush is a little bit better. I just got these at a discount shop. You don't have to get the posh ones. And I'm using Stormy Sky Distress Ink. You can use any kind of ink for this, but that was my final result on that one. So that's a very common way that people have to do it. Move those out of the way. Excuse me. The next thing that I've been doing for a while is a white ink pad, and it really does work better to have these little ink pads. You could probably have the eye-shaped ones or the teardrop ones, but you're just going to dab ink in a pattern in a cloud shape, and they're quite a subtle one. They go on a bit dark, but they dry more subtle. And I mean, clouds, actually I quite like that. Normally I go a bit rounder and fluffier with them, but you do see clouds in all these weird shapes, so that's just the sort of thing you can do with an ink pad. And what I just got is Distress Stain Picket Fence, and I think this is almost my favourite if you want your clouds to be a dominant feature, because they really show up. But I mean, all I've done for these backgrounds is put on a bit of distress ink. But yeah, just once again dab the picket fence in a cloud, so it looks like little clouds, and sort of join up your dots. So I've never had this before, so it's quite fun. But so that's, I think at the moment that's my favourite. And then the other one is this one that the Frugal Crafter showed, and she used watercolours, which I don't seem to have. So I used what I did have, and her results, I'll link to her video because she's doing a watercolour scene and it's lovely, and she shows you how to do it properly. So this is just me showing you as part of an overall cloud overview. I don't know. So watercolour paper, and spritz it with water, and this is an Inktense pencil. This happens to be sea blue instead of sky blue, and an aqua brush, and I'm just getting my watercolour on that way. So any way you have of putting watercolour on. I did try using watercolour markers, and that worked really well. Distress markers and distress ink did not work for this for me. It just didn't do it. Probably because it reacts differently with the water and the paper than watercolour does. So anyway, you're just getting on. This is the messiest one. I don't know if I said that. Just get some colour on, and yeah, you can use watercolour paints, and as I say, that's probably the proper way to do it. But my Inktense pencils are still fairly new, and I'm enjoying using them. So you're just getting your colour on, then a piece of paper towel that you wad up, and you dab off everything that you think should be a cloud, like this. And as I say, it is the most subtle of the different effects. But if you just want soft clouds in the sky, then this is a goer. So I won't keep on with that, but then you just dry it off. And well, it's not completely dry yet, I won't bother you with that. And that was that one. So as I say, there's all different ways of doing it. The first three are definitely the cleanest way, but if you happen to be doing the rest of your piece in watercolours, well, obviously Lindsay's way is a good way to do it. So there's my cards again, just because I'm filling in time and this video didn't take very long. Thank you for watching.